This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please, hello everybody, and welcome back to the second of our National Hunt Horses to Follow video. Those who want more horses to follow on National Hunt Racing really should need to be directed to the Reprieve Media CIC Racing 2020 website. There's plenty of old horses on there. Check the horses in focus section and then just scroll through and read all the articles which will contain flat racing and jumps racing. You know, there's plenty of decent horses on this site. It's just a matter of scrolling through them and reading them. Right, what we've got today is, I said yesterday that there wouldn't be any National Novice Chasers in this section probably, and it's worked out here that this one really is, than this bump horse that we spotted in November, is turning into a bit of a buy one get one free video, which is people who've known me a long time will know this is a Newman specialty. You know, I find one horse and it's always related to other horses that are also quite good, and we end up winning on both of them, doubling our wins, really looking at only one horse. The horse I came across is a horse called Caldwell Potter. You know, again, by a sire I like, Marteline, who is sadly no longer with us, out of a French dam called Matney. So it's heading off to the Racing Post again and any other websites we can find to garner any clues as to how good this horse actually could be. You'll see that it was beaten 8 for 15 last season to behind a horse called Absolute Notions, which we've also identified, if we're going to be honest with you. And that video on that horse should be coming to you in the next week, fortnight or so, unless it runs earlier. But that is one of ours. It then came back in November 22, and it won by 7.5 lengths in a Punchestown bumper, running to a mark of 114. We looked at the dam of the horse, Matney, French bred dam. We will confirm that she is not raced. She is actually a thoroughbred horse from family 1S. You can see that her whole pedigree right to the beginning. Our family 1S is available to us, so we don't really need the French site as much here. The Racing Post gives us a few clues though. French Dynamite has been a perfectly respectable horse for connections. It was placed in this year's Paddy Power handicap chase at Cheltenham, and it has also won a hurdle race this season. But the horse that we also Indiana Jones, who is a Grade 2 placed novice hurdler, but has had jumping issues. But he did get round the other day, finishing a very tired third in a beginner's chase. There's our horse, Caldwell Potter, and people will notice there the 151 rated Mighty Potter, which also is by Marteline and by Matney. Basically, it's the year older version of this horse here. So this is a classic National Hunt buy one get one free here. Marteline and Matney, we've got a year older, a year further down the line. He won his bumper in May 2021, Mighty Potter, and then he proved himself to be a dual Grade 1 winning hurdler and 151 rated. You know, superb performance from the horse. He also then got his novice chase campaign off to a good start again in November, but this time on the 4th in Down Royal with a 3.5 lengths victory. I will say though, this rating of 138 is low for novice chasers. When I used to log every single novice chase to identify horses by Racing Post rating, I used to start at 140. So this horse still has a bit to find. You'll find on fences. He'll need to get to about 160, maybe higher, to win a novice chase, Grade 1 novice chase. You know, so it's got plenty of work to do. But as it stands, it's currently unbeaten in its novice chase. So what we've got here, we've got a novice chaser and a bumper or hurdler horse from the very same owners, and we're hoping that both of them can do the job for us. Caldwell Potter and Mighty Potter. Matney, we said, was unraced, but she is a half-sister to a horse called the Dabber, who sneaked some black type and was rated a rather poor 130. We've already checked the dams to save a bit of time today. Lure Fox herself used to be owned by the David Johnson family and trained by Martin Pipe. And that was another one that sneaked a little bit of black type. Again, only rated 129. You will see it was third in a Grade 2 novice hurdle in 2003 at Aintree. And that was where it secured its black type. It also raced a few times in France as well before it came over here. So it's a Grade 2 placed novice hurdler. It was a higher rated chaser, but it doesn't. Its highest run when it was 11th behind an Howard Johnson horse. Actually, I remember that race back in front in 2003. I know, I'm thinking about back in front was not Howard Johnson horse. Sorry, it was Back in Focus was the Howard Johnson horse. So that was in March 2003. It did go on to win a few chases, but it never got to a pattern race chase form. So that was the dam of the Dabbler, rated 130. People go and look at the third dam, Lurfer. They will see that the Racing Post is telling us that she is unraced. We will check that in a minute. There's Lure Fox 129. Very encouraging, you see that over the jumps we've got two rated higher here. 137 for Le Grand Dame. And a horse at its best here of 153. Up Charlie, who was owned by Alan Potts and trained by Willie Mullins. And you'll see there that has ran in plenty of point-to-points towards the end of its career. We'll try and find where it and Hunter chasing. We'll see there. We'll try and find its pattern race. It's a listed place chaser there in 2015. Is that the lot? It's actually a Grade 2 novice chase place there, and also runner-up to his old adversary, Back in Focus again. There, ruining another one of our horses. This time in 2012. So this is a Grade 1 place novice chaser, this dam. And it was also third in the 2011 Cheltenham Bumper behind Cheltenian. That's a good horse. So we're happy with that. Lurfer, we can just check to make sure she was unraced on another site that we used. And they are telling us that she was. So we're happy to believe that. The next one, this is where we hit a brick wall then. According to the Racing Post, Lyrica the first and Liastra. Absolutely nothing on those two from the Racing Post. I've confirmed on here really that they didn't really do a lot in breeding and on the track. No, actually one was. That was placed in a race. 1 out of 4. Didn't really breed anything of any note. And the next one, Liastra, was actually a decent horse. She won the Group 3 Fil d'Air and was placed in the Prix du Royaumont Group 3 platform there in France from Liastra. It was then that things got quite interesting because we went back a bit further on the other site that we use and found that this family's quite good on the flat, to say the least. From Family 1S, as people will see when they look at Liastra, they will see that it's actually quite closely related to two stallions that are perfectly reasonable stallions. One in France and one she's now in Japan. Lawman is one of them. People look at this horse, you see the 6th dam of Matney. There's a horse called Lighted Lamp. Lighted Lamp never won a race. If people look at the pedigree of Lawman, they will see that she is also the 4th dam of the stallion Lawman. There's a perfectly reasonable stallion on the flat. Stallion of 53 stakes winners, 31 of which are at graded level on the flat. Good luck for looking at the jumps record of a stallion. That'd be too much to ask. And the other one that we noticed she was quite closely related to is Kate Blanco, the Irish Derby winner. You see Lighted Lamp there is also the fourth dam of this horse as well. Foudroya and Foudre have gone on their own little session there. They're nothing related to our horse. Our horse goes after Chandelier and Lighted Lamp. It goes to Picture Play and Lighted Glory. You see, Lighted Glory is the next one of ours. And you'll see that Lighted Glory is there also. In the pedigree of Lawman, but not in the pedigree. There's also the dam, of Foudre, who is the dam. Very, very well bred horse. Anyway, we look at Kate Blanco. You'll see, if we take a look at his stud record, you'll see that he's only signed 9 stakes winners, 3 of which have been at graded level. But he has been moved about. He's signed most of his horses in Japan and the USA, but has signed very few in the UK, despite winning the Irish Derby. So that's we thought was quite interesting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at both of these horses' run. We're going to start with the bumper horse, Caldwell Potter, and that ran at, where did that run? At Punchestown.
Ready to roll. Over to Jerry.
White flag is raised. Led off over 2 miles in the closing Irish Mirror bumper. As they begin, Franciscan Rock on the inside with Answering. In between them is Jack Burke, being followed by the grey horse Caldwell Potter as they turn in the first time. Disputing the early lead, Jack Burke and Answering, 2 in front of Caldwell Potter. Franciscan Rock on the inside of Cardamom Hill. Round the outside is Max Time. T It Is next. And then Oscar West. And the long absent Chukter's Glory, the back marker. Jack Burke, Patrick Mullins from Answering and David Doyle, they're wide apart. Caldwell Potter, Jamie Codd just in third place from Franciscan Rock, Tom Hamilton. Then Max Time, John Shinnick. Cardamom Hill, Harry Swan next, and then T It Is and Adam Ryan. Towards the inside is Oscar West and Kevin Murphy with the back marker, Chukter's Glory and jockey trainer Liam Berg. Heading up to the top section of the course, little between Jack Burke and Answering. A couple of lengths clear of Caldwell Potter. Franciscan Rock on the inside of an improving Oscar West, then Max Time. And the purple and white is Cardamom Hill, and then T It Is and Chukter's Glory. Going downhill, Answering, and keeping to the inside rail is Jack Burke, followed a couple of lengths away by Caldwell Potter in the red and white. Franciscan Rock on the inside of Oscar West, followed then by Cardamom Hill and T It Is, Max Time, and last of all is Chukter's Glory. Little changes from first to last as Answering goes on a length in front of Jack Burke, Caldwell Potter. T It Is makes ground on the outside of Cardamom Hill, followed towards halfway by Franciscan Rock and then Max Time, Oscar West, Chukter's Glory. Reaching halfway in the Irish Mirror bumper over 2 miles, it's Answering by a length and a half to 2 lengths. T It Is has carted his way up on the outside to pick up the chase. Caldwell Potter in third. Knocked back on the inside is Jack Burke, then Chukter's Glory, who's followed by Cardamom Hill and Oscar West. Franciscan Rock has lost his pitch, now near to the back, is one behind Max Time. Less than 6 furlongs to go. And racing right through the field is T It Is and Adam Ryan to pick up a useful looking 2.5 to 3 length advantage over Answering. Chukter's Glory makes a move on the outside of Caldwell Potter. Chased along in fifth is Cardamom Hill and then Franciscan Rock. Oscar West, Max Time, struggling is Jack Burke. Half a mile left to go, and it's T It Is, reeled in by the grey Caldwell Potter. Making 3 abreast is Tutor's Glory. Couple of lengths to Answering, who's struggling to lie up with the first 3, and then Cardamom Hill. Heading for the home turn, Caldwell Potter in between T It Is and Tutor's Glory. Followed then after a gap, Answering and Cardamom Hill is trying to stay on. And then Franciscan Rock. Running the home turn, 2.5 furlongs to go, and it's Caldwell, Potter and Jamie Codd with a fractional advantage at the top of the straight from Tutor's Glory and Leemberg. In third place as they pass the 2 is Cardamom Hill and Harry Swan. But in the lead is Caldwell Potter, is now getting away from Tutor's Glory and Cardamom Hill. They're well strung out, heading inside the final furlong in the Irish Mirror Bumper. It's all Caldwell Potter and Jamie Codd. The race is for minor money, Tutor's Glory and Cardamom Hill, as Caldwell Potter is winner number 4 on the afternoon for Gordon Elliott, as he's string in cracking form, and he's finished off the race with a 1-2. Cardamom Hill has pipped the second from Tutor's Glory, well clear of Franciscan Rock.
I think that was a very good performance. The horse, Caldwell Potter, it travelled well, and if you ask me, there was only one winner there turning in, and it won very well indeed. In my view, that was a very good performance. Right, the next horse we're going to take a look at, obviously, is Mighty Potter, and this is a novice chase earlier in the month, also in Ireland at Down Royal.
Runners just walking forward now, almost set to go for a penultimate contest, and racing for the tote Always SP or Better at Down Royal Beginners Chase. It's over 2 miles 3 furlongs, and Mighty Potter is going to jump away in front, with Mars Harper not too far away. Hunting Town is close on third, then Peaceful Sunday, Largy Debut dropped in towards the outside, and Ascot Clermont is the back of the field. So they turn to the top of the track now. These beginners have 3 fences to take them down to past the stands first time. Mighty Potter goes forward and goes on with intent, opening up a 3 or 4 length lead over Mars Harper in second as they come towards the first. Mighty Potter brushes the top of the fence, gets away from it safely. Peaceful Sunday was untidy, but survives as they make their way on down to go towards fences 2 and 3. So it is Mighty Potter who leads them down from Mars Harper in second. Largy Debut is just racing keenly on the inside of Hunting Town, and they're being chased to the back by Peaceful Sunday, who's alongside Ascot Clermont. Racing now towards fence number 2, Mighty Potter comes to it, jumps it well and clean from Mars Harper in second, Largy Debut third. Hunting Town was next, Peaceful Sunday's over on the near side, Ascot Clermont the far. Racing now towards fence number 3, Mighty Potter clean in front, Mars Harper second, Largy Debut jumps at third, being chased in 4 by Hunting Town. Ascot Clermont is towards the inside, and Peaceful Sunday last of all. They come up now to past the winning post, circuit ahead of them. 10 fences to be jumped, and it's Mighty Potter and Jack Kennedy. The Elliott Kennedy team enjoying a good afternoon
the rest
thus
don't
far.
want to go.
Mars Harper and Davy
Mighty
Russell
Potter's setting a good pace here because
Largy Debut
he's
is
got
third,
them well
the
strung
Rachel
out after
Blackmore
3 fences.
for the Bromhead team, who've also been on the scoreboard. Next up behind them goes Hunting Town as Mighty Potter jumps the next. Mars Harper, Largy Debut. Hunting Town, Ascot Clermont, and still surrendering the ground, jumping off to his left is Peaceful Sunday. They go to the middle one along the back. Over in front, Mighty Potter, Mars Harper, Largy Debut. Hunting Town got close. Peaceful Sunday is on ship this time. He'd taken a few chances, he didn't survive that one, and seats rider Darrell Jacob, who seems to be quickly to his feet. On to the next they go. Mighty Potter over in front from Mars Harper, Largy Debut. Ascot Clermont is back in 4, and Hunting Town has now dropped to be last of the 5. Now they race to the bend. That's going to bring them across towards fences 7, 8, 9 and 10. Mighty Potter, the Grade 1 winning hurdler, leads from in second spot Mars Harper. Largy Debut is a couple of lengths further back, being chased by Ascot Clermont, and last of all Hunting Town. The first of the 4 along the back straight coming up now. Mighty Potter over in front from Mars Harper, being chased in third by Largy Debut, and then this break to Ascot Clermont, who races in company at the back with Hunting Town. Continuing along the back straight right across from the grandstand, Mighty Potter, good 8 or 10 in front now from Mars Harper, who's trying to keep tabs on the leader. The stable companions are in front of Largy Debut, and then a break of 5 to Ascot Clermont and Hunting Town. Now they race on the approach towards the next, where Mighty Potter, yet to see a rival, is being chased by Mars Harper in second and third spot. Goes Largy Debut and still the break to Huntingtown, Ascot Clermont at the next. Good jump by Mighty Potter. In second still Mars Harper. Largy Debut just in the slipstream of Mars Harper and sitting in third, Largy Debut. And Huntingtown is now relegating clearly to the back spot, Ascot Clermont. So now they go to the two fences out of view. Fences 9 and 10 of the 13 in all, they'll jump, a plain and then a ditch. And it's Mighty Potter, a little awkward over in front, but loses very little momentum. Back in second is Mars Harper. In third is Largy Debut and a break to the other pair. Now the final ditch, coming to it now. Mighty Potter over jumps it well. From in second is possibly Largy Debut going into second at that one. At the expense of Mars Harper, they're a long way clear from Huntingtown and Ascot Clermont. So now they begin the rise on the way up towards the top of the track, where they'll descend down over the three fences towards home, and the Total Always SP are better at Down Royal Beginners Chase. Mighty Potter from Mars Harper. Back in third, Largy Debut, the break to Huntingtown, and a wide break opening up to Ascot Clermont as they race now towards the top end, and they'll shortly be racing on the approach towards three from home. Mighty Potter going to lead them on. From in second, Mars Harper. Largy Debut is back in third, and they're clear from Huntingtown. Now they race on the approach towards the third last. Mighty Potter comes to it with the advantage. Mars Harper now is trying to go up on the outside, and just as he did a circuit ago, flicked the top of that and lost little ground as they come down towards the second last. Mighty Potter is in front. From in second, Mars Harper. Largy Debut is back in third, and the trio are clear from Huntingtown, who in turn remains clear from the still continuing Ascot Clermont. They cross the road and race now towards the second last. Mighty Potter. Mars Harper is trying to just get up on terms with the leader, but Mighty Potter is over from Mars Harper in second, who's come under pressure. Largy Debut is back in third as they go towards the final fence, and it's Mighty Potter with Mars Harper over on the near side, and Mighty Potter is over quick and has to pick up now. Mars Harper is game over on the near side, and getting a flick on the far side is Mighty Potter, but now he's beginning to lengthen up towards the line, and the Grade 1 hurdler Mighty Potter gets off to a winning start over fences. Mighty Potter wins, Mars Harper is second, Largy Debut is back in third. They're a long way clear from Huntingtown, and the final finisher, Ascot Clermont.
Again there, you have to say that the horse didn't really do a lot wrong, but the second was, like he said, it gave it a race. I'd be worried that race, they only thought that race was 138, because it didn't really beat the second that easily. Like I said, I do feel this horse is going to have to improve a bit over fences to match his Grade 1 novice hurdle exploits. If you look at him this year, he did that. Started off in 2021, improved every time he ran. So let's see what he does on his next start, which could be this weekend, actually, in the Drinmore Novices Chase Grade 1. It'll be interesting to see if he turns up for that. That's without any shadow of a doubt. That's the sort of race that sorts them out at these early stages over in Ireland. But for now, Caldwell Potter is the bumper horse that we do like, trained by Gordon Elliott. And the other one is a novice chase. He could also revert back to hurdling. Who knows what they do at this stage? Is also trained by Gordon Elliott. And that horse is Mighty Potter. I will leave this video here. I will include a link above to this National Hunt playlist, just so people can see all the other horses that we've decided to add to the list as it grows. This is only the second one. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you very much, everybody. It really does mean a lot to us here, and especially me. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves and enjoy your day.